In this video, we're going to talk about how to use DeFi, specifically with the trailing stop loss method. There's different ways to use DeFi, and you could just use take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. But the way that I like to use it is a little bit more advanced. So if you're brand new, I would just focus on a TP1 diet, focus on entry, stop loss, and take profit 1, and then that's it. But once you've been trading for a while and you really have mastered that, there's a difference between going from zero to profitable and then maximizing your profits. What I'm about to tell you is going to help you maximize your profits. So check this out. Whenever there's a trade on DeFi, I'll give you an example. So the scanner called a buy right here, right around 11:05 a.m., a couple hours ago. And then you can take the trade as soon as the candle closes. I actually like the sniper entry. Price will usually pull back before going up. So let's say that you waited for price to come back to this sniper entry right here. And then I'll show you guys as soon as the trade would have triggered. Boom, right there. So technically you could enter anywhere in this blue zone, but if you see price really close to the TP1, then there's not very much space between the entry and the take profit, right? So in this scenario, especially, I would have for sure waited for the sniper entry. So when you use the trailing stop loss method, what you're going to do is you're going to take two trades. They're going to have the same stop loss, the same entry, and then the difference is the first position, the first trade, you're going to have take profit 1 right here. And that's the price that you're going to use. Now, the second position, the second trade that you take, yes, it's going to have the same stop loss. Yes, it's going to have the same entry, but also you're not going to have a take profit at all. So for example, let me draw this out. So for example, say that this is your stop loss for both of them. All right, right here. So let's say we entered right here, and then as soon as take profit 1 is hit, boom. So we're on the 5-minute chart. So 5, 10, 15. About 20 minutes later, take profit 1 was hit for about 100 pips. So boom, TP1 is hit. You made money. Regardless what happens to the second position, you made money. At this point, you want to take your stop loss on the second position and you want to put it to your entry. And you're now at break even on the second position. And then from there, the way that the trailing stop loss method works is you guys have all seen trades that where the scanner will call a buy and then it'll go way beyond the take profits, right? And so the reason why the trailing stop loss method is so effective is because you're able to catch that entire move. So what do you do now? The next step is as soon as price breaks and retests that next level, then you can drag your stop loss. I'll show you what I mean by that. Remember, you're already made money and you're now at break even on the other position. All right, cool. So check this out. As soon as you see something like this, you see price broke the last level of resistance and then retested, and now price is moving up. You're going to take your stop loss and you're going to put it right below that zone. So now you've secured from here to here another 140-ish pips. And so if price chooses to reverse and hits your stop loss and profit, at that point, you'll catch another 140 pips plus the original 100 that you caught in the first place. Let's see what happens next. I think that's current price right now. All right, yeah. So right now we're at current price right here, right now. But you see how price created a new ceiling? Oftentimes what'll happen is price will break above that ceiling and that ceiling will become a floor, and then you can again, take your trailing stop loss and put it right below that zone. And now you've secured another over 200 plus pips as soon as price eventually reverses. But sometimes you'll catch a trending market and price will continue to, yes, break, retest, break, retest, break, retest. Every time price breaks and retests, you just put your stop loss below that next low. And then eventually, let's say eventually price comes and then hits your stop loss and profit, then you would have literally caught this entire move from here to here. So the reason why the trailing stop loss method is my favorite is because if you were using the regular DeFi TP1, TP2, TP3, you would have only caught about 300 pips. But if you did the trailing stop loss method in this hypothetical scenario, you would have caught 500 pips. Sometimes the market will just go for 500 pips, 600, 700, 1,000 plus pips, and you could have caught that entire move if you literally just trailed your stop loss behind every single time price broke and retested. You would put your stop loss right below this. Break, retest, stop loss right below here. Break, retest, stop loss right below here. And then eventually your stop loss at some point will get hit in profit, but you can catch 90% of the entire move. So that's how the trailing stop loss method works.